Special thanks to Squarespace for making this video possible. Okay, there's this like really cool bridge here in Toronto that I absolutely love. It's just off of like Portland Street. It is like so fun to film. That's not what today's episode is about. Actually, I want to talk about collaboration and working in the collaborative space.
Ever since I was a child.
Vlogging or something?
I am.
You are?
I am.
You have a YouTube?
You're in it now. You're in the vlog right now.
Now it's showing its ugly face. Working out.
So over the last couple days, we've been filming here in Astrolab, which is this massive studio here in Toronto. These last couple days, we've been filming this project, which is kind of like an online film school. And I'll touch about that in future episodes, but it has been an extensive, long, collaborative process where myself and my whole team has gotten together and we just decided to create this thing over the last couple days. And I think it's valuable to talk to you guys about that sort of creative process, the collaboration process, and more specifically, working with a team in a company format. Okay, when it comes to being a creative in the sort of collaborative space, you're going to come across similar patterns that always happen. The first thing that you're going to come across is that either you're going to be doing things kind of by yourself because you like that way, or that you'll be working with almost a consistent team. If you look at a lot of like big time filmmakers, they've kind of found the team that they like working with and then they keep doing it. So to give you guys a bit of context of what I'm sort of talking about here, I used to do stuff a lot by my own. I used to make a lot of the bigger projects that I do on my own. And when it comes to making movies and film, it becomes really difficult once those budgets start to grow and you have no one to kind of share the workload with somebody. But not even like sort of the workload, it's also just being creative, and having a team or squad to be able to bounce off of is really beneficial. So that's why a couple years ago, myself and my three business partners, Carl, Charlie, and AJ, decided to get together and just create this company called Blackout Media.
Smoking marijuana to blow your mind is like throwing sand in a delicate perfume. Smoking marijuana to blow your mind.
The reason why we did is we just found that we were working with each other consistently and constantly, so we're like, well, why don't we just create a company? Now, while that was one of the major reasons, the other big reason why is it works a lot better for like business stuff, money, and floating things through. And to be honest, I'm not really that sort of a business orientated person, but a couple of the other team members are, so we were able to create a structure off of different foundations. So one person's really good at sort of technical problem solving. I'm really good at creative problem solving. And that creates a really good structure to make not only a really good film, but an amazing story. So I know what you're asking yourself now is like, well, Zach, like, do I need a production company? Do I need a company or business to make it successful in film? Well, let me get into that a little bit more. I think the answer to this question really lays in where you want to pursue your career and what you want to do with it. So in my personal perspective, I would say do some work on your own, develop your reel, create your own stuff, and develop your own personal brand. So if you're a freelancer and you're making movies on your own and that's going relatively successfully, do that. Make those movies on your own and build your own name, your own personal brand first before contributing to something larger. There's also a lot of other production companies out there that you can work for. I worked for a bunch of different ones and my name is still part of those companies when I do work for them. So I'm consistently kind of flowing around, but now in this next couple of years, I want to dedicate my time into something much bigger than myself. So that's why Blackout Media exists. I'd recommend make 10 or 15 projects on your own, really gain your own skills and build your own personal brand before contributing to another one. Once you have that all figured out, then start assembling your ultimate dream team, your Avengers, Suicide Squad, or whatever you want to call it. It's very valuable from a business perspective, from a company growth, and from a creative growth perspective, but make sure you create your own brand before developing another one. For our company, the most beneficial thing is to have a central hub for all of our work, so it's not all scattered everywhere. I found that when we were trying to assemble sort of our image, all of our work was kind of scattered, so we needed a website to put that all together. So utilizing a website platform like Squarespace, we were able to put all of our work up in one spot, and utilizing their like simple website layout. I didn't need to understand any sort of coding, and I got the website that I wanted from the very first try. Now we have this like super slick website that we made within like a day, and it has all of the images, functions, and representation of who we are within just a very simple, easy to use layout. So if you guys are interested in building your own website, I'd highly recommend using something like Squarespace. If you use this video with the offer code provided, you receive 10% off your next purchase. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm super exhausted. I gotta help these guys load out, but I'll see you later.